What happened? Was it a bad decision? Should there be a rematch? Let's find out. Early on, Tommy Fury, or Tommy Flurry, because every time he tagged him, he would break out in some kind of combo or flurry. But not all of them were heavy shots. It would be a tap tap boom. So give him something to think about and then hide the heavy shots within the combo. Jake Paul was ducking a lot, leaving himself susceptible to that uppercut if it was timed correctly, and got caught a few times with it. Jake Paul was looking for that overhand right the whole fight, and was finding some success with it, but kept making the same rookie mistake. Dropping ahead and throwing prey. Come on now, Jakey, you gotta look at what you're hitting. Early on, whenever Tommy would get caught, he would reset himself for composure and find Jake's chin with a stiff jab, getting him back in rhythm, but still kept making the same mistake. After the second or third overhand, you would think he would stop circling towards that rear power hand, but nah. Old habits die hard, I suppose, because he kept circling into that overhand. The commentator actually said exactly what I was thinking in that moment. Those overhands put down older opponents, which is the entire stable of victories that Mr. Paul has. But Tommy's in his prime, he can take the heat. But the control of the pace for the majority of the fight goes to Tommy. That's probably what the judges saw. Was it a bad decision? I don't think so. But I wouldn't have been completely surprised if it went the other way. Like if Jake won, I wouldn't have been surprised at all, but that's just how judging goes sometimes. It's up in the air. I mean, it would make sense to have a rematch because it's what some would call controversial, but I don't think so, honestly. But let's be real. Jake's gotten better. Jake's got a little pep in his step. But let's also be honest and look at the bigger picture. This is his first opponent that's a straight up boxer, and not a very elite boxer, and he barely scraped by. Let's go to the record, shall we? Ben Askren, a wrestler with abysmal hands. Even in MMA, he had abysmal hands, and failed at being a UFC fighter. Like if you beat Anderson in 2010, yeah, you got the sauce. You're a killer. Same goes for Tyrone. If you beat him 8-9 years ago, woo-wee, you got it like that? But nah. We're gonna pull these dudes out of retirement and then pat ourselves on the back for winning. This was his first and only test as a boxer. A kid from Ohio that's always been well off and had the means to be successful. Takes up boxing to relay the message, I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm a tough guy too.
Then we'll choose the real tough guy. The working man is the tough guy.
Because that's what it is. If it wasn't for boxing, I'd be in jail or dead.
Boxing saved my life. I would probably be dead or in jail.
Please. If Mike Malak said that, then that would make more sense. Stop the nonsense. Boxing actually saved Mike Tyson's life. Boxing saved Muhammad Ali. Boxing and MMA saved me from getting into a lot more trouble than I would have gotten in if I hadn't done it. Let me set the record straight. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. I am completely indifferent. What I don't like or appreciate is the complete and utter bullshit being spewed on a daily basis. Pulling our MMA greats out of retirement to shit on our sport and on their legacies. And the facade that you haven't been well off from the jump and making your own bread since the Disney days. We all mowed lawns to make some chump change when we were kids, one of the earliest hustles, dude. But unlike you, we weren't doing it in the mean suburban streets of Cleveland, Ohio. Bitch, please. He's gotten better. He's gotten sharper. And anyone that has the balls to step in there in the first place deserves some kind of respect. Because it's not easy. And quite frankly, it can be terrifying. But the bullshit's gotta end. You don't gotta lie to kick it, Jakey.